Curiosity. What are you so curious about? Everything, Mr. Curiosity.
All righty, folks. Mr. Curiosity Podcast. Thanks for joining us. We want to start out by saying Mindy is tired.
Do we have to say that? Joe, it's a Friday.
Is that the most important part of what we're getting to?
It's exhausting doing this job. It's exhausting getting up at 2 a.m.
The email I sent out, did you see it? Especially for you. It's not a mandatory thing for you.
I know, but then you would guilt me later.
And she doesn't want to miss out on the fun we're going to have.
That's what it is. It's a FOMA thing.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, we have a special guest here today. And the truth of it is, none of us here know much about this woman.
Yeah, I'm a mystery.
You're a mystery. It's Melissa, and even the name, watch this. Steininger. I'm not so heavy on the G. What do I do with that?
It's a hard G.
It's a hard G?
Yep.
Steininger. All right.
That's good to know.
And the other thing is I have 3 Melissa friends.
Yes.
2 of them said they will kill me if I ever call them Missy.
Oh, see, that was my nickname growing up.
So you're okay with Missy?
Yeah. Okay. Usually it's more so my family. So like my brother and, my parents will still sometimes call me Missy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you guys know a lot of Missies that don't dare to call them Missy, or no?
No.
I know some Melissas that are Missy.
Oh,
yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. It
from high
seems
school.
Like some are, because Melissa, Missy.
Yeah.
I hate to say this. Is kind of an older woman name, isn't it? There's not too many of you left.
There's not many of us.
I think so.
They're
I don't think
over 40. They're all over 40. They're in our age.
There were
already.
lots of Melissas when I was
Yeah,
young.
I guess when we
That
were
was a
growing
really
up.
popular
Yeah.
name.
Maybe we should start with that. Where's the name come from?
I think it was one of my mom's best friend's names.
See,
nice.
it's a mom thing. And your mom is how old? You want to say?
I think she might
Yeah,
not
she
be
doesn't
happy with
want that on
so
there.
we're gonna leave that one.
Yeah.
I have to do some quick math. She's my age-ish.
Yeah,
Probably.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd see that. And she had Missy friends, and she said, I can't wait to name my daughter Missy.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about this. Where is your upbringing? Where are you from? Your parents, all that
Born
stuff.
and raised right in Hanover Township. So yeah, my dad's
She's
a
a local
wilkes-barre
girl.
guy.
Wilkes-barre guy.
Yeah, my mom's a Hanover Township girl. They were born and raised there. I went to Catholic school growing up, and then switched to Hanover area high school. Graduated from there, and yeah.
So do you want to say your age? How old are you? Or is that?
I'm 29. No.
All right.
Yeah.
So I thought you
So
were
I
younger.
grew up watching it.
I was going to say, did you grow up watching?
I did. All of you. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, so
goodness.
this is a full circle moment. Sorry, not
it's
to,
crazy.
Could you even say that maybe Mindy was your inspiration to go into broadcast journalism?
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
No, I mean,
He's pushing her into
I
that.
always knew I wanted to, when I realized I wanted to become a journalist, I always wanted to work here. I think this place is something special, and you guys just make it so fun. So to be in this newsroom it's a full circle moment for me for sure. So
That's how it was
getting
for
a
me
little
too.
sentimental.
And I'm way ahead of you, but something about WNEP.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa.
Yeah, because you both obviously grew up here.
Everyone, well, yeah, we're
Yeah.
from the area, you guys not, but
No.
everyone around here it's 16, it's a thing, it's in your bloodstream.
It's something special for
It is
sure.
something
And
special.
it's the people out in the community that make this so special, because they just get so excited and they're just so into what we do. And so it makes you so proud to serve them and tell their stories. And so it's awesome to be here.
So when you were though, like college girl, or maybe even in high school, or just got out of college, were you like, I'm moving away? Because there are a lot of 20 somethings. I got to get out of here. I'm too big for this area.
100%. If you asked me at 18, I would never be coming back.
My kids are in that stage now. I want them back.
Yeah.
When are they going to come back?
So I went to school at Temple University. So I actually have a connection to Ali Gallo. So we did a TUTV Temple update together. And so we actually were on the news set down in Philadelphia.
Let's back up. So I think she's the same age. She might be the big 3-0, but somewhere
I think
around
she's
there.
a year or two older.
So you were at college. Were you like
Together,
friends, or you just bump into each other?
No. Like we were friends, and we did like the news station together. So we kind of made sure, everything worked there. So this isn't our first time working together.
But she's a Jersey girl. Did she know anything about WNEP?
I think so. Yeah. From her husband. I would say so.
She had a lot. She said she had a lot of
and she has
friends at Temple that
connections.
were from up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she knew about the area.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So pretty crazy.
All right,
all
so
those
you're
connections.
At Temple, you were at Alley, you're doing broadcast journalism.
Sure.
And if someone said when you were 21 or 22 or whatever, you're going to be working at WNEP, would that be an exciting statement? Or would you be like, no, I want to leave the area. I want to explore.
I definitely wanted to explore, but I wouldn't say I was not open to coming back home.
Okay.
Again, if you guys reached out and called me, right out of school, I would have been like, yes, just because of how close I am with my family, number one, but then how special this station is as well.
So it must be really cool to be back home with your family now. Not only to be at WNEP, but to be back home.
Well, I haven't been home really since I was 18, so I went away to college. I went to my first market and then, moved up to New York. And so now it's just nice to be home. And it's funny. It's a little bit more challenging than you'd think, because now you're like kind of trying to figure out how you have your own life, but also incorporating, family.
Yes.
And so it's been fun.
Yeah, because you're now back and they want you in the mix for everything now too.
Yeah.
So
and you have no excuses when it comes to missing out on anything. So
true.
It used to be, hey, sorry, I can't make it. You don't have those excuses anymore.
Well, you have to go over the brief time after college, because I have a confession to make.
Sure.
When I've been here so long that when the company sends out memos of the new employees,
you don't even read them.
You didn't read it.
I knew it.
Does he read any of the emails?
No, I don't think
that come
so.
from the bosses.
Sometimes I read a little bit, but my ADD kicks in.
And especially if he sees that it's a meeting, he automatically deletes it.
That's my secret on the podcast.
Well, I mean, it's true.
And no one at home is surprised.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a short attention span. It's a problem I have. So
you're
out of college. What happens the day after you graduate? It's the summer of what?
2016.
2016.
Yep. I started out in Albany as a producer.
Oh, wait, but stop. So you're at Temple.
Yeah.
Do you go home for that summer? You're right in.
No, right in. Looking back, I wish I took a few weeks, to be honest. Like, you're just that eager young, like, I need to start. I can't. And
because you never get time off again.
Never get
for the rest of your life.
3 months off. What that would have been.
So did Albany? You sent out resumes everywhere, or was that
I
one of your
did,
spots you wanted to go?
No, I sent out. I was actually between Myrtle Beach and Albany, New York. People still ask me up to this day why. And
is that right?
Looking back, I don't know. But no, it was funny.
What kind of station was it?
It was actually the first television station in the country, WRGB. Yeah.
Interesting.
I had no idea.
I didn't know that either until I was there. They were the first TV station in the country. So
it was an older building, an older
facility. Huge old building. It was really cool. But I was producing, so I was behind the scenes, a little bit different than what I'm doing now.
All right.
And then kind of realized how much I missed being out in the field, talking to people, learning about my community. And so I was ready to switch gears. So a few months later, I would say about maybe 8-9 months later, I took the leap and I was like, you know what? I need to go be a reporter. So actually I ended up in central Pennsylvania, and I'm sure John's a little familiar with WTAJ.
You didn't read the bio either.
I know this because we have talked about this. So she then became a reporter in the Johnstown Altoona market, which is where I grew up.
Yeah.
And even more than that,
I was in a one-person bureau, so I was in charge of 4 counties by myself, one of them being Elk County, which is where John grew up.
Oh, my God.
I know.
And my first job as a reporter was in that market. I was at the competing station from where she worked, WJAC.
Yep.
But so she's been in St. Mary's, my hometown.
Loved it, actually. It's beautiful.
Did you go to the Straw Brewery?
Yes, with the Eternal Tap.
I've always wanted to go there.
It's warm when it comes out.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, gotta bring some cool glass.
Cool
frosty mugs.
It's coming right out of the system.
Is that right? Yeah, but no one wants to ice a beer, do they? So what do you do?
They have frosted glasses or something. Yeah.
I find the first part of your story not totally true.
Right.
You seem like a real type A personality.
Yeah.
Strong, outgoing. You didn't want to be a behind the scenes person from the start. Admit it.
No, I was kind of in between in college.
I was like that too in college. I loved producing and I loved reporting, but I decided I wanted to go the reporting route.
Yeah, usually you have to admit, you guys just seem outgoing and vibrant.
Well, when I was trying to find my first job, I was really struggling to find it. And I thought about just being a photographer. Well, I don't want to say just being, because they're important too, but I thought about being a photographer and not on TV because I really liked videography then, and thought, well, I'll just do that and maybe someday be a photographer. And then WJAC gave me a job. So yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how that works out. And, as a producer, I'll tell you what they have to deal with during the live show in the booth with all the moving parts. It was stressful.
Yeah, it was very stressful.
I was like, I don't know how long I could do this. So I definitely give them credit.
Oh, yeah.
For what they do.
Oh, yeah. It's very stressful because I did that too.
Right?
Yes, you add lots of stress.
I'm
and
sure.
we don't even know because we're not in there.
We're not in the booth, but we can feel the stress emanating from the booth.
All right. So that job doesn't work out. Were you doing the morning, you said, I think?
No. So after I did my time in central Pennsylvania, I went back up to Albany, different station.
What?
Yeah, it was just the connections that I built.
VA, back to Albany.
Back to Albany. Loved it there. Spent 5 years. I was an anchor reporter up there. Did a lot of specials and investigative work up there, and then also anchored weekend mornings. So up at the normal hours for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, your future is replacing Mindy, so just hold on.
Yeah, just wait a few years. I'll be out the door. Don't worry.
It'll be Allie Gallo. She's gonna replace me. It'll be you, Allie, John.
Wait, is this all predetermined?
I know,
What's going on here?
Oh my
Mindy
gosh.
is 50 something. I don't know if you told her.
Speaking of Mr. Close to 60 over here.
I'm not afraid of.
Okay, I'm not either.
Old age
So
dying.
when you were doing this job in Albany,
Yeah.
then did you start to think
This
you
is
wanted to go
romantic.
home?
Yeah, so I got married in September.
Okay.
And so my husband is also from the area. He's from Mountaintop, but we didn't meet until college. So it's funny. I went all the
that
way
is
to
funny.
Philadelphia and met a man from Mountaintop.
What is he
So-
doing this whole time? Following you around?
No, he joined me up in Albany. We kind of did our own thing for a little bit. He moved back home, and then we were like, you know what? We have to be happy with ourselves before we're happy together. We didn't want either one to settle in what they wanted to do. And so then he moved up to Albany, and about 3 years later, we got engaged, and then, and now we're married.
So he's now home with family now
And
too.
now he's home with family, which
Okay.
is really nice.
Yeah.
You know, we're able to see both families. It's not one or
Oh,
the
it's the
other.
perfect
And
Yeah.
I
so-
gotta know, what's the husband do for a living? Or is this top secret?
No,
We're
no,
very
he-
nosy here in the brown bag.
He works for a guy singer. He is an echocardiographer, so he scans hearts. for a
Oh,
living.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's like a bat.
Yeah.
He's like a bat.
Maybe we get some free scans in the future.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Slip this
I don't
in.
think that's how it works.
The
Joe
insurance
likes to go.
companies are going to
Yeah.
be calling. Like, hold on.
Exactly.
Joe likes to go in the back door and get VIP
Yeah.
There you
service.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then I slip him a 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
You
I
work
don't know.
something
I
out.
think they're a little bit more
So are
pricey.
your friends that are back here,
Oh.
are they amazed seeing you on TV here now?
It was like just so exciting to be able to tell my family and friends, and they're like the best support system. I just have like the greatest support system around, and
can
know,
tell
they'll-
you seem like just a well-suited and grounded and intelligent woman.
well, thank you.
It all comes through.
Yeah, and they love watching. You know, they keep me updated on some stuff more than like
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Did you catch Talkback today? Like you were on they were talking about you on Talkback." And that was my mom's biggest fear when I joined this station.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, "If anybody talks bad about you on Talkback, I don't know what I'm gonna do."
Oh, that
So-
is funny.
She has to realize you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
It's just,
But
you
do
know.
you find, Melissa, that it's mainly your mom's generation and older, and a lot of your friends don't even watch, or is
No,
that an
it's different
exaggeration?
here. It's different
different here,
here.
even the
Yeah, the younger generation even here watches.
Isn't it amazing? I
Yes.
really do find that the
Yeah.
amount of people that
Yeah.
I'd say are like 30s,
Yeah.
even upper 20s sometimes,
They're still tuning in.
that'll come up and say something about what we did on the morning show
Yeah.
that
No.
they're watching. And I don't think that's happening in a lot of places.
It's definitely
Yeah,
not.
the
but
trend is not. for
you
the
know
younger
what?
people.
Like I grew up, like I said, watching you guys. So I woke up in the morning, you guys were on, and then we'd come home from school, we'd eat dinner together as a family, we'd turn on the 5 and 6 o'clock news. As
Yeah.
long as no Philly sports were playing. Sometimes
You'd
the
have to stick with
Philadelphia
the-
sports took reign. So, but other than that, yeah.
So when you decided then you're in Albany and you're like, okay, I need something different. I want to get back to WNEP, or I just want to get a job somewhere else. What made you go from there to here? What
No,
was that big
I
shift?
actually I loved my old station.
You
I
did?
was really happy with what I was doing. I didn't leave, on a bad note at all. It just kind of happened where a position opened up and I started talking to them, and it was right for both of us.
Yeah,
so
but you must have been spying on the website, knowing and waiting for a position, waiting.
yeah. I mean, I've been kind of just like, we've been in each other's ear, I think, for a little bit, just kind of
Oh,
keeping in
okay.
touch, seeing like when was the right time for both of us. And, you get married, you start thinking longer term, where you want to
Yes.
be, what you want to do. And,
Right.
my brother recently had a baby in December, and you start seeing, every time I would come home, she's such a different baby. And so you realize how important family is, and
Oh, see.
you want to come
Oh,
back.
I love
Well,
So-
it really is something I think that I don't know if you experienced this, Joe, but Mindy probably did. When you start in this business and you're right out of college, you're thinking, I want to go to the network. I'm going to the big market. I want to be in the big city. And I remember though, the main anchor at my station I was at in Johnstown said to me, he was really good. And he just stayed in Johnstown. He said, you reach a point in your career at a certain age in your life where you start to think not about the market size, but about your life and everything else surrounding it. And it's so true. When I came to WNEP, I thought I'd be here 2 years and move on. We got married. Rennie's family's from here. This is a great place to make a life. And you probably the same thing. You start thinking like what's best for your life overall.
Definitely.
And that doesn't necessarily mean going to the big markets.
Right, exactly. And you see too, like I was the same way. I kept wanting to go to a bigger market. Yeah. But then you kind of get a glimpse of what's happening in the bigger markets and you realize it's not necessarily family friendly. Yeah. It's like working really, really long hours and, doing whatever you have to do. And it seems more family friendly here than most places.
Yeah, definitely. And, I wasn't even expecting to spend as long as I did in Albany, and you just start to get comfortable. You really enjoy. And I think the longer you stay somewhere, the better relationship you build with the community. And it's just nice to have that as well. So, I was getting really comfortable in Albany, but, it just happened that we were just ready to come home and it felt like the right time. So we just made the jump and here we are.
And we love it.
Well, we're excited to have you.
Yes. I'm excited to be here.
Question I have for you. This is on YouTube. So people are going to be able to see if there's lying eyes.
Okay.
All right. When you compare those, was it 3 other stations that you were at?
Yeah.
Total of 3.
Yes.
With WNEP.
Yes.
You have to be honest.
Okay.
Is there a discernible difference? Do you feel something different? Do you feel like we're more of this? We're less that? Where do we stand?
No, I think, the
building, the structure, the dynamics, everything.
Yeah, the community, like I said, has been absolutely incredible. The people here have been incredibly welcoming, and I can't believe how hard of workers everybody in this newsroom is. Like everyone's a team. Like everyone is willing to just jump in and help out. If there's a gap for the day, someone jumps in and fills it in. No problem. It doesn't matter how long you've been here. And I love to see that because that doesn't happen in every newsroom. People get there for so long and they're like, well, that's beneath me, and
John used to empty the trash.
Yeah, there you go.
I actually did.
Yes,
there you go.
He did, but he doesn't do it anymore.
Do you guys feel what she's saying?
I kind of do.
Yeah, I do.
There's something special here.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like there's something very special.
I don't think everyone would be here for as long as they have, if not,
And I mean, you brought up community first because the connection with the community, I think, is unlike anywhere else. I mean, you see just with the morning show, when we ask people for photos or things like that, we get bombarded with them. Like that, the people feel they're part of this, and that's what makes it special to work here.
Yeah. And like I said, growing up watching with mom and dad at the dinner table, it's a part of the community here. And it's like not every station, like I would go in Philly and people wouldn't know who they grew up watching.
Right. But be honest, when you're thinking about the meteorologist here, wasn't Tom Clark your favorite guy? Like,
if you watch, I don't know. He didn't throw up leprechauns on the screen when I was a kid. So.
And not only that, your first few days here, who was most friendly out of anybody, would you say?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Everyone's looking at me. Everybody's waiting for
Joe thinks it's him.
I went out of my way.
Yeah, you did.
Really?
You were very. And you know what? It's good because everybody asks me, "Oh, is he like that in real life?" Like my parents had to know.
But it's
mom and dad were
because I just sit in the weather office.
Oh yeah, you probably get asked about all of us
all that time.
All the time. Everyone's like,
what's
they want to know.
Yeah,
they want to know how
funny.
everybody is. And
give them some dirt, even if you have to make it up.
Yeah, let's make up some stories.
Joe's always borrowing money off me. I don't know what he's doing.
He's always outside smoking cigarettes.
That John Myers seems nice, but he's really a jerk.
Yeah, he's got a dark side.
Person like a sailor in the newsroom.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. We could start. We'll brainstorm after this.
All right.
Nice. All right. We're all back Monday. So we're only 20 minutes into this.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with this?
I am. Yeah. The first thing when I said we're doing brown bag, my mom was like, "Does it still have the eyes?" She knew the segment. She was so excited.
That's great.
So these questions are sent in by people. We have no idea what the topic is. It could be random, bizarre science questions, personal, invasive questions. We don't know.
Okay.
And you have the opportunity.
Here it is.
Oh yeah, the bell.
If you're uncomfortable with what you pick, you just hit that bell, and we all shut up and move on.
We move on.
All right.
But we like when you're uncomfortable.
We might ask you later.
We always have to put out the rules. What's not allowed?
Oh, no bird questions. No French-derived words.
Yeah.
Okay. And no compliments.
No compliments. That's
no compliments.
No compliments.
No, we want insults.
Get your questions.
No birds, so we can't talk about chickens.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
Does that not fall under the bird category?
Flightless birds are okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's the disclaimer.
That is the
Ostriches, emus.
Yeah, turkeys.
Penguin.
Get your questions in brownbag at WNEP.com. Brownbag at WNEP.com. It's your turn. You're going to actually pick.
Go, Melissa, you're first.
Yeah. So you can dig deep or you can go shallow.
Yeah, there's some strips in there. There's some big balled up questions.
Yeah, we're going with a big ball.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Wow, there was a lot in there. I wasn't expecting. I thought I was gonna have to go all the way to the
some of these
bottom.
go back years, so they may be totally irrelevant.
So yeah,
and moldy.
Oh, this one looks like a long one.
Do you still have the Pocono newsroom? I drove through Stroudsburg and it looked like the old newsroom location is now something else.
Wow. So do you remember the Pocono newsroom or no?
No, I've never been down there.
12, 13, 14?
Something like that.
Yeah, we did.
So
have
we
one.
did have it was a pretty big
beautiful.
newsroom
Yeah.
right on Main Street in Stroudsburg. We don't have that anymore.
No.
I don't know the backstory.
I don't either. Maybe
No.
COVID or.
But we
I don't
do
know.
still have our crew in the Poconos, and they do have a newsroom.
Yeah.
I think it was a financial decision. Do we really need this structure there constantly? We can have reporter there all the time.
Do we
And
need
that's
a brick and mortar?
Do we need brick and mortar?
Well, and the
Yes,
reality
it
is-
you're right though. This is pre like Zoom and everything when there was more brick.
Well,
and
and
mortar.
yeah, the reality is technology has changed in
Yeah.
TV so
Yeah.
much. Before, to get a reporter live on TV, when we didn't have the proper trucks, you had to have a satellite truck to do a live report from the Poconos.
Right.
Mhm.
Now they're just
Yeah.
using the cell system to go. They can do a
Cell
live
yeah.
report from anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
So they had to go back to that newsroom.
Very good
to do their
point.
reports.
So we
Yeah.
don't need that
Now we just need an office for them to work, and they can do their reports from anywhere.
Yeah. Even
So-
laptops though. I mean, you can edit from your car if you absolutely have to. We do that
All
sometimes
the time.
on a
That's
daily
changed
basis. Yeah.
I
dramatically
heard
since
their
we had that
office was
newsroom.
in like a corner pub somewhere in Stroudsburg. Is that right?
That sounds like a good
Oh.
gig.
I'm
Let
just
me
kidding.
know.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But that would be fun.
Yeah, I've been to the Wyoming Valley newsroom on the square, and it
It's
was
very
nice.
nice.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Do you want to be there?
Do I want to be there? I stop down and edit there sometimes. You know, when I get.
Does
to do
Chelsea
those
still
Comcast
paint the
chores.
windows?
It was painted. Yeah. Is
Isn't
that
it
her that
beautiful?
does that?
She does it.
No
Creative and
way.
artsy,
She's
yes.
so
Oh
artistic.
my
Yes, she does all that.
gosh.
The girl
I didn't
can
know that.
sing. The girl can run marathons. She can dance.
That's
I mean,
my hidden talent too.
you can
What?
dance.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I'm classically vocally trained.
Vocally
Yeah.
and wait, dance or singing?
Singing.
Singing.
Yeah, and I can play the
Who
piano.
needs Claire?
Oh,
She's another these talents.
Maybe they
Yeah.
can both sing.
maybe they can
Yeah.
both
Wow.
sing a polka
Could
song.
you give us a non?
Oh gosh, you're not gonna put me on the spot right now.
Over the rainbow.
Yeah, how do you know that's not copywritten?
That
Oh
part?
yeah, never mind. No song.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday. Happy birthday isn't
Brown bag Monday.
Yeah,
Give
Claire
it to
once
us. Give
does
us
a little
brown bag.
improv for us
Oh,
sometimes.
I don't know if I'm ready for that. Why did I bring this up?
I know, right?
Oh my
You
god.
You can ring the bell. We'll move on.
You should have thought this through, Melissa.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
All right, Mindy, let's see
I
what we
will
got.
pick one, but we do want to hear something at some point.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Just so you know, I mean, now
Just
you,
not on the spot.
now you're on the hook
I don't even know
for
what
something.
classically trained means. That's what a caveman I am.
Classically, it's like you
I know,
learn.
but I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I love too about when you grabbed that brown bag question? You didn't pre-read. You
No.
just started right
went
in.
right in.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
was like, I always like look
Is that
first
a
to
good
make
move?
sure.
No, Mindy, I-
Maybe it's not a good move.
Yeah, you probably should pre-read.
You can't pre-think these things.
Yeah. So why do reporters? Oh, we already have this
All
one.
right, well then maybe
Nod.
sometimes listen,
Nod?
we can't stop.
Did we have that one?
Yeah, Claire answered it.
Yeah.
Oh.
The bobblehead.
you were gone.
Why
that
do-
day.
oh, I
You
was-
were
Why
gone.
Why the nod?
I actually don't do that.
Yeah,
no.
but have you been trained to not nod?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, because you look like a bobblehead. We always
Yeah,
call it the
that's what everyone's
bobblehead.
saying.
But like,
Oh.
I think it's to acknowledge the
Right.
fact that you can hear somebody, because at some point they don't know fully
Whether
if they
you
can
can-
hear
I
you out
mentioned
there.
this last time we did the podcast. When you're talking right now, John and I are going,
Yeah.
like that's our way of
It's
saying
just
we're
natural.
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what humans do.
I definitely
This
do it a
one's
lot.
for you. I might
Oh.
as
Oh,
well.
Mindy's
And
frustrated with
and it has a compliment, so I
Oh,
feel like
no, John, if
don't
it's a
read the
I
compliment
don't want
part.
it.
Just read the rest
Here
of
we
it.
go.
Oh my gosh. So what's the name of the spectacular lake you went to in Western PA? The one you were sitting on the beach chair on the massive rock. It looks like such a peaceful place. Would be a fun pointer theme too.
Also, the morning team is the best news team.
That part wasn't allowed.
You're
Mindy.
right.
That's the compliment.
That's not allowed.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
So the lake is called East Branch Lake.
Okay.
It's the middle of nowhere, Elk County. I shouldn't have said the name because I don't want
This
to give
is
away
this
the.
is
Where
your
you are,
family
yeah.
has a place.
Yeah, my grandpa built a cabin there in the 1950s. So we've been going there ever since. There's big boulders all over the place. I love to put, while the kids are playing on the shore, I love to put a lawn chair up on top of the rock. I sit, have a cold beverage, they play, and it's a blast.
So how many homes are around this lake? Is it like hundreds?
It's a 7 mile
tens?
long 7 mile long lake, and there's about 30 cabins.
So it's
Because-
way out in the middle of nowhere.
Because almost all of it is state forest land and state park land. So it's not developed hardly at all. Like Harvey's Lake, Lake Wallenpaupack have so many properties and houses. This isn't like that at
Plus
all.
the season's got to be really short there. No
And
one
the
wants
season
it.
is really,
Yeah.
yeah, because the elevation of the water is at like 1,600
Oh my
feet.
God.
And that's in a deep valley. So you can imagine it's high elevation. So it's a rough,
You get late June,
rough
July, and
winter.
August, that's
Yeah.
This is how we found our connection too, because
it. You know of this place.
well, yeah, well, sort of, yeah. I asked Rennie where they were going. She was telling me, and I was like, oh, Elk County. I know Elk County. And then that's how she's like, oh, John's
Yeah.
from out there. And yeah, and that's how the
Oh.
connection started.
But
So-
have you ever heard the elks bugling?
Yes. And I went elk tagging when I was out there, and we
Oh.
got to go out with the game commission and go
I'm
tag
so
the little
jealous.
babies.
Aren't the
Oh.
elk
It was
really cool?
incredible. The first time I ever saw one, like it was walking next to my car, and it was, I think, taller than the car.
Did it have a huge rack?
Yeah, these things are like thousands.
I can't wait to see one.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
It-
Yeah.
So definitely go see it.
So it's just like we see a deer
Yeah.
driving
Right,
down the
right.
road. Out there, you can just be driving down the road, and there's a massive bull elk with
Massive.
huge antlers
Standing on the road.
Just standing
Standing
there
on the road.
because they're just in the wild.
Yeah, I've encountered that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right. I get a redo. Because
Yeah, you do,
was
'cause that
for
was for
John.
me.
You don't get a redo.
Yes, I do.
give her a redo.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Listen,
now.
she doesn't get a redo.
I do.
You're the guest here. She should get
No,
the
it's fine.
redo. She should answer all of them.
Okay.
Make it a good one, Mindy.
It's not a good one.
I
necessarily.
found out the strips are the weirder ones.
Oh.
The
The
strips. If you're put in a totally dark room with mirrors on all sides and shine a light inside and then shut it off, will the light keep reflecting and stay in the room forever?
Wait, this is an
Oh,
awesome question.
Okay.
Can you
Okay,
repeat that?
so-
Because-
Joe.
Physics. So we're in a room.
Ugh.
There's nothing but mirrors. It's totally dark. Someone comes in with a flashlight, turns it on. The light should reflect forever.
Forever.
Light is made up
Forever.
of photons that just keep bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. You turn a light on, shut it off. That light could last forever and ever and ever, except for the fact that mirrors are imperfect. They don't reflect all the light. So every time that photon, the light hits the wall and bounces off the mirror, a little bit of its energy is lost to the mirror.
Oh.
I don't think in physics perfect mirrors exist, but if they did,
It would go
It would
forever.
go forever.
that would stay lit in there. If you just turn a light on, shut it off, that would bounce in there forever and ever and ever.
Okay, that is a good question, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
But another weird part about that, if you're a human in there looking at the light bounce forever, guess where the light is escaping?
Oh,
Into
yeah.
your
Into you.
eyeball.
Yeah.
And it's heating up your retina, and that the energy is being transferred
Taking
to
it
you.
away.
So would it
Wow.
blind you?
It wouldn't blind you, but
Oh.
slowly it would diminish because all the light would go in your
You're
eyes.
absorbing it.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
absorbing.
that's
So you need
weird.
a box of mirrors, but you just couldn't look at it.
So you need a perfect mirror, which doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And you need no one in there,
Mhm.
and light, and it would bounce forever.
So you'll never. It's like
Well,
if a
it's
tree
so
So it's
falls,
not going to happen.
if a tree falls in the wood and doesn't make
Yeah.
a sound, you'll never get to experience it.
That was a
You
good
don't
one,
know.
actually.
Awesome.
That was good.
We do like the random ones in this.
I do.
Melissa,
I like
because
this.
they get you thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
What's
that
your
was a good one.
science background? Did you have to take a
I
bunch of
yeah. So I actually in high school, I thought I was going like full chemistry in college. Yeah.
Wow.
Like loved it. Took
Okay, I don't
Chem 1,
understand
Chem
that.
2, Loved
Oh.
it. Yeah.
what's
And
Avogadro's
then-
number?
What?
Avogadro's number.
Avocado. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I
6.
She hasn't
Yeah,
thought about
but
this
I know
since-
I know
High school.
pi.
We all know pie.
That's
I
third
can
grade
recite
science.
pi to like 20 digits.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Mindy
No,
knows
I'm just
pi to
kidding.
20 digits. It's
I
fine.
used to, not anymore.
The all
It was
20.
my party trick. Well, there's more than 20, obviously, but yeah.
That's pretty good.
Used
When
to be
I
my
was
party trick.
young, good looking in college, that was my pickup line for women. I'd say, "What's your favorite isotope of hydrogen?"
I'm sure that worked.
Yeah, obviously that worked for. I mean, thank goodness you found on because
You better pick another question.
Is it deuterium, hydrogen, protium? I mean, what is
Mindy,
it?
get him another question.
All right,
needs
here
a
we go. I
question.
can't reach. You have to. Did you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He can get
I want a
one.
strip. I want a strip. I didn't get a. Here we go.
There-
Oh, see the strips
That's a
are
really
These
good
are
one.
real
See, the old
tiny.
ones in there were weird. Would you? This is for you. This is your podcast.
Do you go crabbing or fishing when you're down the shore? I don't do either. So do you want to
Okay.
hear a really funny story?
Always.
Are you a
So-
shore person?
Well, yeah. My brother, though, is like a real big fisher. He loves to hunt, loves to fish. He'll go up to New York, do the salmon fishing, all that stuff. But he told me when we were younger that you can't talk when you're fishing because it scares away the fish.
Wait.
And I found out.
Do you fish?
Yeah.
Do you guys fish?
I used to fish with my dad.
In general, and whether
In
it's
general.
a Susquehanna River, Lackawanna River, or some big lake.
Yes, you can't talk because it scares away the fish. Well, I found out that this is not true. And I think it was to just keep me
He just wanted you to be quiet because I've talked and caught fish.
My
Yes,
God.
yes.
Yeah.
His way of saying shut up.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't talk, you'll scare the fish.
But
You
a
scare
lot
the
of the
fish.
anglers, they do want that piece of
Yeah.
like being out on the lake.
This was when I
or-
was like much younger, though.
Yeah.
So
That's funny though.
I'm pretty sure my
So
family
they
told
definitely
me
have
this.
vibrating sensing structures in their head, and human voices will propagate to some extent.
Yeah, I
in
do
the
feel like
water.
you kind of
So,
have to be quiet, right?
Yeah, I
I
mean, there's some.
My
I
dad always used to tell us when we go stream fishing, like we'd almost sneak up to the holes so you wouldn't disturb the fish, and you wouldn't want your shadow to cast on the
Yeah.
water and
Mm.
things like that.
So this
'Cause
is
it could
like
scare them.
okay.
But
So see,
I think there's some.
I
truth
don't
but
to
I
what
think
says.
he had another motive.
yeah.
Are you a talker?
Oh, yeah. And I have a loud voice and I don't realize sometimes how loud my voice is. And people will be like, why are you yelling? I'm like, I'm not.
I'm a reporter.
Yeah.
That's what we do. I think you're up next.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Now, are you going to
I gotta
go
see if I can find a strip.
awkward strip question, or are you going to?
I want to see if I can find a strip now.
No, I'm not thinking. It's
Oh,
just that
they're
the strip
more
ones
at
are
the
older, and they
bottom.
used to be weirder. That's all
They're
I'm
at the
saying.
bottom.
Okay, here we go. We better preview it.
Can you taste the difference between the same products, just different brands? For example, Jif versus Skippy peanut butter, Coke versus Pepsi. Is there a difference, or is this a marketing ploy?
Definitely a
Oh,
difference
totally a
between
difference.
Coke
Yeah.
versus Pepsi.
Yes.
Also, yeah, peanut butters are very different too.
My mom is a Diet Coke queen. Like this woman loves Diet Coke, and she's like, nope. Even she's fountain all the way. Like
Well,
she
fountain
thinks
is the
there's
best.
There is
a
a big
difference.
There
Like
is.
she
There
will
is.
not
There is.
drink like
yeah.
cans or bottles. Like it has to be fountain soda.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so true. I love a good fountain
All
soda.
right, so
And I
Oh.
think Pepsi and Coke are so different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
they are.
but the difference isn't palpably there in terms of turning you off, is it? That's what
Yeah,
I
but you
always
can't
argue with
taste
my wife.
anything. You have no taste buds.
This is what my wife tells me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just consume nutrients and you don't worry about the taste.
Yeah, but you can't say Coke and Pepsi aren't very similar.
Well, they're similar, but
But
there's
not enough
definitely a
to
They're
turn
difference.
you
cola. Yes. I mean, if
Yeah.
you want the flavor of a certain product,
I'd much rather have a Pepsi than a Coke.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh, that would be controversial in my house.
So-
It sounds that way,
How
yeah.
many a day for your mom? She always drink like
Yeah, like I think she's down to 2 now, but like there was like a solid like 2, 3 a day. Yeah.
You
at
come
one
home
point.
with a diet. What does she like?
No, like Diet Coke.
Coke.
Like
Diet
we,
Coke.
if you're passing Burger King, McDonald's, you call her, hey, you need one? Like, yeah, this is a daily
Wow,
thing in
awesome.
in the house. Yeah.
All right, she just
She
ran
loves
around
it.
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
She's really thirsty.
Yeah.
Here, Mom, I got you Diet Pepsi. She's not turning that down.
No, she is.
She is
We will go
not.
to restaurants
She
and she'll
is
be like,
not.
can I have a Diet Coke? And the waiters or
She's one of them
will
when
be
they
like,
ask.
is
They'll
Pepsi
say-
okay? And she goes, well.
No one ever says no.
Oh, they do.
They
No,
do.
she does.
Yes.
She's like ordered water
I'm actually
over.
annoyed when they
Yeah.
ask. Like,
Yeah.
of course
No.
I don't
No,
care.
No.
some people are,
Okay.
yes.
And RC is like off limits. Like,
Oh.
No
mhm.
RC,
What
huh?
about
No.
generic like Weiss brand?
No, that's off.
Do you know
off the
what's funny
table.
is I saw one time a map of the country, and Pepsi and Coke actually have like regions
What?
where people
Oh,
are
that's
predominantly drink Pepsi. Western
Really?
Pennsylvania is much more Pepsi than Coke. Eastern
Huh.
Pennsylvania is more Coke than Pepsi.
That's weird.
See
Yeah.
now, but I think it depends though, because like I'm an Aldi shopper. I love Aldi,
Mhm.
and they have all of their own brands, and I think a lot of them are very, very similar
Okay.
to you know.
That's
the-
another
the
part of the
brand.
debate too.
The
Is
generic
the
stuff.
generic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some generics I think are perfect patch
Ketchup.
and are good.
Ketchup
mess
is
with-
so bad. You have
You
to
have to
have
have
It has to be
Heinz.
Heinz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Ketchup is like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
can be
certain like certain cereals, the generic brand is great.
Yes,
Some
I
of
do
them,
like the generic
Yeah.
of certain cereals.
some
yeah.
of them, not so much.
Not so good.
Yeah.
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 That's true.
yeah.
I feel less human and classy when I see a big white bag
They don't do that anymore.
of potato chips and it just says potato chips.
I know they don't. That's why they don't do that for
Is that why?
generics.
Because I was
Yeah.
shamed.
Yes.
Like I feel like
Or it
really?
used to be yellow too. Did you guys have the yellow?
They don't do that anymore.
No. Generic.
The generic brands now have like their own.
Yeah, they're like a brand.
Like
in
the
and of itself.
Walmart brand is great value.
Yeah.
Did you feel that in your day or no?
Oh, totally. You wanted to avoid the generic.
You feel branded.
Yeah. But no, you feel branded?
Well, yeah. It's like,
I'm cheap.
I'm cheap. I can't buy the
can't
name
spend
brand.
75 cents on.
Yeah. My husband gets real into like the brand names too. Sometimes like he's a big peanut butter guy and he says like they are not the same, but
Like what?
And
sometimes
the peanut butters
if
are
you
different
put-
too.
yeah, but sometimes if you put it in the brand name bottle, they don't know.
He doesn't know. Have you tried that?
Maybe once or twice.
He'll never know.
I just don't want to shop at like 4 different stores, you know,
Yeah.
to get what you want.
We can do a taste test here, and I'm going to tell you, John Meyer, if I have a bubbly fountain drink Coke and a bubbly fountain drink Pepsi, ice is in there, it's all the waxy.
He will
cups,
know.
You will not know the difference.
He will.
I think I'm gonna know.
He will.
You're not gonna
And
know.
I'm not a big, as I would say, pop drinker.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Pop.
don't drink much anymore. I
You grew
used
up
to.
in-
I don't drink
Western
soda at
PA.
all. Like I wouldn't even know.
Well, you saw when you were in Central Pennsylvania, it was
Oh,
pop
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
It wasn't soda.
Yeah.
No, you won't even have a like a sugar-free diet.
No, like I don't drink soda.
You're just
I don't like
anti-soda.
I don't like carbonation that
Oh
much.
gosh, I
Yeah.
love carbonation.
You're
Do you?
anti-carbonation.
Yeah. Like every once in a while I'll have an iced tea, but like that's about
That's-
it.
iced tea
That's
doesn't
as
have
adventurous as
carbonation.
it gets. No, I know.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't drink it, but
But
every
She's
so often
anti-carbonation.
when I have a fountain soda, it tastes so good.
It does. I love
Yeah.
it.
What you're at, if you're at a hotel resort and there's a
Yeah.
hot tub and there's bubbles,
Yeah.
you're anti that?
No,
Well,
no,
that's a little different.
That's a little different. Is
Rather
it?
than
It is.
ingesting it, you're just feeling it.
Yeah.
I even drink seltzer water because I love the carbonation.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love the carbonation too.
I'm always like,
Yeah.
I need,
Me
like,
too.
I want it.
I
Yeah.
love the carbonation.
Yeah.
I'm all about carbonation.
All right, Mindy, you ready?
Oh, is it my turn? I'm
One more
sorry.
round and then we're
I was
done
so
here.
excited about the carbonation that I just couldn't get off of it. But I'm trying not to drink as
No,
much
you
soda.
can't look and
Yeah.
dig in there.
But I'm looking
She's
for
trying
a
for a
strip.
strip.
Oh no, I didn't mean to.
You've really advertised
I
the
don't
strips.
want to go all strip. You can.
We're
do
going
the-
all strip. My ball was bad. I'm going strip. All right.
Go, Mindy. Uh-oh.
See, the strips are uncomfortable. That's what.
She's making me nervous with this one.
No, I just can see over her shoulder.
Yeah. Can we read one about a former coworker? Why is Elizabeth Worthington doing news? She's a hot tamale. Why did she never become a model?
Oh, whoa! Whoa!
I don't know. Elizabeth loves news. She started out as a psychology major, and then she switched to news, and she loves it. She was a dancer. She did that kind of stuff.
Here's
but-
what's disgusting about the news. It attracts good-looking people, except for me, and that's a problem. And it's
Except
got to
for
be
you.
stopped. It's got to be stopped.
I think you used to have a boyish charm at one point.
Right, but why? Where's all the non-good-looking people? It's not fair.
It's not fair. I don't know. I think our coworkers are all very nice looking. Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's a problem.
Yeah.
If you go to Geisinger and you look around, they're not going to be as good-looking. Why TV with the good-looking people? It's got to stop.
We have to pay
He's
so much
taking a stand.
attention to our appearance.
Yeah, I think
Like I could look really horrible right now if I tried.
Yeah,
if
like,
I
I
wanted
wouldn't
to.
be putting on makeup every day
Right,
if I was
right,
on TV.
exactly.
The hair would be going up in a bun if I was in scrubs.
Yeah, it'd
No
be different.
makeup.
Yeah.
But you're also presenting yourself in front of hundreds of thousands of people every day. So,
So you feel like you have
you
to.
gotta
Well,
try a
most
little
of
bit.
us feel like we have to do something.
If you don't look tip top shape, they'll let you know about it.
They
So.
That's
will.
true.
Do you think it's just something about you're in front of the public presentation?
Yeah.
No, you know what it is. It's all about ratings and good-looking people attract more eyeballs. Come on.
That sounds so sinister.
It does sound sinister.
Yeah.
and
But it
evil.
is real. That is the way it works.
It's a business.
I'm
You
at
can't deny
Marywood
it.
in the science department. You should see what we look like.
Very sciencey.
Very sciencey, yeah.
Are you gonna grab one?
Are we doing one more? or-
is that
Yeah,
it?
well, how? So, Sean, yeah, we'll do a couple.
All
more.
right.
It's yeah, we're about.
We have to do
40
quick
minutes
ones.
in.
Just pick a
One
ball.
more each, and we're going to end
Oh, I
with
grabbed one.
Melissa's going to get the last one.
He went ball.
All right.
There aren't many strips
The
left.
balls take
No.
forever to open. This is about Elizabeth again.
All right.
What?
So many Elizabeths.
Well, it's
She
gonna
used
start-
to be
I threw it
part of
aside.
this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna start filling up with questions about you in due time.
What's the
We're not-
most cringe-worthy moment or thing that you said during a broadcast?
All right, so I don't think
Most
we count here. Let's get to
cringeworthy.
the newbie here. Let's
Ooh.
see what is in your 7 years of
Yeah,
broadcasting?
yeah. I have to think about this one.
Yeah, this
Everything-
is a hard one off the top of our head.
You know what? We always, so at my last station, the one time I pronounced peanut butter as peanut butter. And
Oh, that's so
anytime
cute.
anytime anyone messed up a word from there on out at my station, my co-anchors and I called it the peanut butter.
Yeah, that's funny.
And it was like one of those that you just like it lives.
Did you used to say peanut butter?
No, it just came out one
Oh,
day. Like it just didn't
funny.
on the air.
Yeah, because sometimes
didn't.
it just
so cute.
words don't come out right.
Words just don't come
Yeah.
out. The mouth
Yeah,
and the brain don't match up.
Don't always
Especially
match
when you're
up.
doing a morning show.
Especially at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's very true.
Yes.
Do
when
you have
you're-
one, Mindy, that you can think of?
I can't like. I
I'm
have
always wanting
said
to throw
things.
out a slight curse, but it never comes. And I think maybe it slipped out once, or it's like hell or something like. You know,
Right.
Not that that's bad anymore.
Right.
But little things like
Yeah.
that. Especially in weather, it's not scripted.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
ad-libbing.
Yeah.
You're just ad libbing, so anything could happen. And it
I
has
swallowed a
already.
fly once in a live shot,
Really?
and that was really awkward.
Like swallowed.
They were tossing to me in the double box, and I breathed in, to start talking, and it came in.
Oh, that's the
And
worst.
I just had to swallow and go, and that was cringe in my mind. I don't know if
That's
people realized
bad.
at home what was going
So
on.
the whole time you kept your cool and you
and
swallowed
just,
this
I
fly.
just, because I was like, what am I
You
going to do?
didn't
Instead of coughing it out, I
cough?
just went, and then went on.
I got hit with
Oh.
a bug, like right in the forehead in like the middle of a live shot once, but that's about it.
That's funny.
I had one time, and this was not necessarily on TV. It certainly could have been cringe. I was doing a live report outside of a murder scene, and someone came out of the house to yell at us and was coming out, and the police happened to still be there and grabbed the guy as he was about to like come to us and like slammed him against the live truck
Oh my god.
as I'm on TV. But I didn't want to make it about us. And so we didn't really show it. But that was another one that was hard to keep my composure, as that was playing off right next to me while we were on TV.
Yeah.
Well, during my bike ride, Go Joe, this was like 15 years ago. I was in the Poconos and we were live, and I was biking. The photographer, I don't know if they caught this on the air. The photographer was filming me as I pedaled past the community, and there was a woman who came out. There was a bunch of people hanging out at the bar. They wanted to say hi to me. So I'm passing, and the woman pulls down her pants and moons me. And
Oh,
he had to
my
quickly
gosh.
stop.
Wow.
Thankfully,
No.
he noticed.
I mean, usually it's a guy thing, that I don't even know people
Wow.
moon anymore. But this was a woman.
I was gonna say, how many times has this happened?
This is a one-time event. But
You hope.
That was,
Yeah.
that was cringeworthy, but kind of funny at the same
Oh
time.
my
I like
gosh.
it. So one more question each. We're gonna end with you, Melissa. I'm gonna pick one more, and this is my last, right?
Pick
All right,
a
here we
good
go.
one.
It's a good one. All right. Hey, gang. Do you guys use mouse traps? Becky from Bloomsburg. If so, do you feel guilty and sorry for the mice after they are found dead in the trap? Would you be able to kill a random mouse, say on a walk in the woods? What's the difference?
Oh, this is
This-
very philosophical. Oh my.
The
From
difference is
someone,
they're in my house and they have to die.
I have had 3 mice in our house this week. So at first we thought it was a chipmunk, and the kid said we couldn't kill the chipmunk. So I had to get a live trap to get it out. Turns out it was just a really big mouse.
Oh.
Then the tone changed, because they were like, oh, well, if it's mice, you can kill them. So now I have other traps.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
But it's funny if you're no, we're all pretty gentle people.
Oh, yeah.
I would never kill anything anywhere.
No.
But yet I love hamburgers and eating the flesh of another creature. But if I had to do it on my own, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
Rennie was watching TV, and when
I'm not a
on
hunter.
Tuesday night, and a mouse ran across the room under the couch she was sitting on.
Oh no.
She was
No.
okay. She was okay with killing them after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
When they're in your home and you know they
Yeah.
can get at your food and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
They
I
need
help
to go.
Spiders out of my bathtub. I'm like, come here, and I put them on my hand and I let them go.
Oh
I don't
no.
wanna
See,
kill anything.
No.
That's where I draw the
That's
line.
where you draw the line. You're just a
Spiders.
Smush.
Oof. Yeah.
And
I
you said
hate
your
spiders
brother's
too.
a big hunter.
Yeah. Not me.
Does he? So you ever say stuff like, "How do you look at a deer? The big brown eyes are looking at you, John. You hunt."
Yep.
And I don't believe me. I'm not judging. There's nothing wrong with it. I just couldn't do it.
It was my upbringing. It's
Right,
just,
yeah.
everyone
That's-
hunted in
yeah.
Elk County. I did it, and it's a fun activity. And I love venison, so we eat the meat. And
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm not
Yeah.
passing judgment.
I know you're
Just
not.
saying it's hard
Yeah.
for
That's
me.
the thing. I like reaping the benefits. Like, give me
Yeah.
the salmon.
Yeah.
Give me the
and
meat.
I get it, but it's not
great,
for some
but,
people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just
Is your
not
dad
a
a hunter?
woodsy. No, he's not
Your
actually.
brother picked it
No,
up on his
yeah.
own. That's rare.
Yeah.
Usually it's
No.
like dad, son. And
I know. My grandpa was, but
Right.
yeah. No, my dad's not, but that's
Never
all right.
you.
Yeah.
He's a big
Never.
sports guy. That's dad
How
loves
many mice
sports.
have you killed in your life?
Me?
Yeah.
Not men. No.
You have set a trap?
I would have somebody do it. No, that's
You've
what the
never said it?
husband's for.
What was funny when Rennie woke me up, this is at 10 o'clock at night, she woke me up and she's like, you've got to catch it. You've got to catch it. You can't just jump and grab a mouse. It's not easy. Like, I think she wanted me to catch it then.
Yeah.
I said, we got to set traps. We got to try to get this thing.
Yeah, and they're never where you like think. Like you'll hear
No.
them in other spots, and then like they find them in a random. And I'm like, that just
Here's what not to ever use. Did you ever use a glue strip?
They're awful.
Oh no.
No.
I saw a mouse struggling.
It's so
No.
bad.
Limbs pulled off.
It's
No.
so, no.
That's
They're
awful.
so
Do
bad.
not use
Do
glue
not.
strips.
No.
They are brutal.
They're not humane.
No, that's if you're gonna do it, at least make it quick.
Just
Make it
boom
quick
and
and
it's done.
painless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor
They should.
babies.
The makers of glue strips right now should be arrested. Those things are.
All right, Melissa, it's
All
time
right,
for you to
Melissa,
pick another
time.
question.
Here we go. Okay.
This is it. We're gonna end on you.
The big
right now.
finale.
This is
This
it.
is it.
Let's hope
Should
it's
we
a good
go?
one.
Ooh,
No,
one
we-
strip.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I found one strip. Is the Dollar General really that good?
Joe is the
Oh
expert.
my
Okay,
gosh.
I have to share this before you say anything, Joe. One of my very favorite Joe quotes on a morning show was, the Dollar General, what we in Simpson call the mall.
The mall.
The mall.
Well, German. It's the
Oh, German,
So it's
okay.
the German mall.
Yeah.
So I have a policy in my house. I don't shop for anything. I'll do all the cleaning, all the maintenance, pay all the bills. I do everything.
Yeah.
But I told my wife, I don't want to shop ever, especially for food or items. So when I am in need something quick, dollar store.
Dollar store.
I
Yep.
get everything. At
But is
store.
Dollar
You're in,
General
you're
your
out.
favorite out of all the
Dollar
dollar
General, I
stores?
like the big yellow logo, the way it looks, the variety of items inside.
They are taking over small towns all
What's,
over.
what's so
Yeah.
funny about
Everywhere.
Dollar Generals is the random locations
It's
that
so
they
weird.
end up and how
But
close
they're
they'll be.
all, yes, I was just
You
going to say
live-
that they're so close together.
Melissa now lives in the back mountain, which
Yes.
is where I live. They're building a new Dollar General. There will be 3 in like a 2-mile stretch.
Yeah.
3 Dollar Generals.
Is it for people that have to walk to them or
I
something?
think you drive
Maybe.
you
I
drive
didn't
farther
think about
out
that.
towards Williamsport and you're driving in the middle of what seems like nowhere and there's a Dollar General.
Yeah,
Along
they're
the road.
everywhere.
But if I need a can of WD-40, I'm not going to go to Lowe's and park and go walk into this big building and stand. I'm just going to go to Dollar General. It's perfect. You grab it, you're in, you're out.
And that's what they found, obviously.
Yeah.
They found that's their
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I like the Dollar Tree. If we're talking dollar stores.
Dollar Tree doesn't have
That's
enough
different
food
though
items.
too.
They're
Dollar
like-
General is just like a sort of discount convenience store.
Yeah.
Where isn't Dollar Tree an actual dollar store?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
like I think it's a
Now
dollar
it's
$1.25
$1.25
now.
tree.
Yeah.
$1.25 tree.
And last time I was in one, they started bringing in like $5 items. It's called like Dollar Tree Plus.
Oh yeah.
Now it's
so they're
Five
getting
Below.
out there. Yeah, Five Below.
Well, that was a
Melissa,
and-
but you didn't answer the question. So
What?
you have to
Is
answer.
it that
You have to
good?
look into the camera and give it an honest answer.
I'm going, no, Joe.
We're
We're
There
going
you go.
Dollar
Dollar General.
Tree.
There you
It's
There you
go.
have
not
it.
that good.
No.
All
There
right.
you have it, folks. Get your questions into brownbag@WNEP.com, and we'll do this again in a week or two. And maybe you'll join us every now and then, right?
Maybe, yeah.
It could be the new.
It's
If
great.
you guys will have me back.
This was fun and it's
This was
great
fun.
having you here.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
welcome.
It was a good time.
We love you, baby. And we're out.
Curiosity. What are you so curious about? Everything, Mr. Curiosity.